Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am going to dive into a lot of personal focus today. Today is a video all about building your relationship with yourself because I personally have been working hard lately on this own journey of mine, you could say, where I'm focusing on becoming my best self.
You're recording a video?
Yeah, YouTube.
It's humid in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you need the heat down or
That's
something?
why I set it. No, it's fine.
How's your new whistle? Oh, it's chunky. Wow. Wanna come show the video what you're doing?
They can't see you. Why are you blushing so hard?
That is beautiful,
They
babe.
can't even see you. You're blushing so hard and they can't even see you in real life.
I'm blushing.
You
now
are.
I'm shy.
Oh no, you're shy. Bye, I love you.
Bye, I love you. So like I said, I have been on a personal journey of learning about myself, figuring out who I am, and really just growing as a person. I've been working to grow and improve myself and to work towards becoming my best self. And I genuinely believe a huge thing to do in order to become your best self is to really learn about yourself. I think you should build a healthy relationship with yourself. That is honestly the person you should probably have the best relationship with, because I really believe that if you are building a good relationship with yourself, and if you have a good, positive, healthy relationship with yourself, then your relationships with everybody else in your life will be better. Your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with family, with friends, with your children, with God, I believe they all are better if you have a better relationship with yourself personally. As I've been going on my journey and I've been working on myself, I have taken a lot of time to focus on learning about myself. And there are 5 areas that I have learned from myself that I focused on that really helped me learn about myself. And obviously, this is a lifelong process. You're always going to be growing and changing, and learning about yourself is not something that ever ends, but it's something that you need to start. And so I have a list of 5 things that I have done to learn about myself more and to begin improving my relationship with myself. I want to share these things with you today, and I hope that they can help you out. I hope that somehow you find these ways to learn about yourself more a good help to yourself, a good way to grow individually and to really work towards becoming a better version of yourself, but really just work towards building a better relationship with yourself. That's the real goal here. The first thing on my list is to take time to figure out what you love. I think this is a really good place to start, and I think it's a really important step. All of these obviously I think are important, but I think this one specifically is a really important step because the best way to really get to know you is to really look into and dive deep into what you love. Now, the way to do this for me that I found very helpful is to make a list. So what I would do is sit down, take time to make a list and write a big, long, detailed, beautiful list about all the different things you love. And this could be things you love about your life, things you love to do, places you love to go, food you love to eat, people you love, ways like what you love to do to spend your time, like ways you like to spend your free time. It could really be just really anything that you love, and make a huge list of it, because it really does help you learn about yourself. For me, I sat down, making a list of all these things that I love about myself, and I really did find that the more I thought about it and the more I wrote the list, the more came to my mind. And it was a really positive experience, because it's really positive and helpful to see, wow, there's a lot I love about life. There's a lot of things I love to do, and it shows me how all these things that are similar, that kind of come down together, it shows me really what I love, and that shows me who I am. Some of the things on my list for me were camping. I love organization. I love spending time with my family and my friends. I love good music, singing. I love watching shows with Sam. I love creating content on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. I love dessert. I love cute clothes and purging my closet and always constantly growing with that. I love being married. That is the most beautiful thing for me. I love it so much. I love caring for my home. This is just like a list of some things that I really love, but I could easily break down each of those things and make a list of at least 10 things with each one that I said here, There's so much you can do. And a way to help yourself build this list, if you're struggling, if you're feeling stumped, something I found helpful was to go back and look through my photos on my phone, like looking through different photos of my life, looking back on memories. And maybe for you, this could also be journals, looking back at journals and reading different journal entries. But for me, it was photos. But I just loved scrolling through my photos and looking at these different memories of things that I loved in my life, moments I loved. And if you look at your photos, look at these moments that you love that make you all giddy and happy, and look at why you love them, See this photo, for me, I was looking at photos of camping trips I've gone on with my family, and I look at those photos and I absolutely love those photos. I love those memories because I love camping. I love being outdoors in nature and exploring and just being out there. I love being out there with my family, I love that time spent with them. I love watching my dog run around and be so happy out there. I love playing around in the water and going on fun hikes and everything with them out there. And there's so many things I could find in just one photo of me and my family at a campsite, because it's a memory and a moment that really means a lot to me, that I really love and cherish. So that's a big, big way to help yourself figure out everything with this list, is look through your photos. Take time to make a big, beautiful, detailed list about what you love in life. Then the second thing is the opposite version of this, to make a list of what you don't love. I found it's important to not dwell on this list, because if you really wanted to, you could find things you don't love about every little thing in life. Like, you really can find things you don't love if you want to find things you don't love. So for me, I think it's important to take some time to make this list, to think about it, but it's really important to not dwell on it and sit with it for too long. What I would do is set a timer for 5 or 10 minutes, have a sheet of paper out, and just think about and write things that you don't love. You don't really have to go into detail if you don't want. You don't have to stress about it or think too hard about it if you can't. But just take a little bit of time to make a simple list of things you don't love. For me, with my list, I'll just share some things I don't love that I wrote on my list. I don't love when I can't make people happy. I'm a people pleaser, so it's hard for me when I can't make people happy. That's something I really learned about myself. I wrote passive aggressiveness, I don't like passive aggressiveness. I don't like not feeling productive. I don't like gross stuff of like bodily things. That really sticks me out. Like, I could never be a caretaker. And I know this is a pretty normal thing that obviously most people would not like. Gross things like people's saliva or their bowel movements and stuff. Pretty normal, but I don't like it, so I wrote it. I also wrote clutter or not clean spaces. I don't love that. I don't love unsolicited advice. I don't love putting lots of makeup on my face. I don't love negative only kind of people. This is just a short list of some things I don't love, things that bother me in life. But it was good for me to write this and to know it because first off, it helps me learn a lot about myself and a lot about what I don't like, obviously, but it also helps me learn about areas I can improve and become more patient and more kind. The third thing I have is to learn your ideal daily routine. And what I mean by this is like an ideal day-to-day routine for your life. Like if you were to look at a month or even a year of your life and write out your perfect week each week, like write out what you would ideally want each Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to look like, and take time to really think about it. Think about what you would want that to look like. And this really does help you dive in to understand yourself better, because as you look at what you would desire for your day-to-day life, I think it really opens you up and helps you see what you want in life. You know what I mean? So as I think about this, I think, what if maybe you want to have your day look like you get up early and you get outside and go for a run, or you get your body moving early in the day because you love that. And then maybe you're spending your evening making a big, yummy, delicious, fancy meal for you and your spouse or you and your family. Maybe you really love to spend the evenings cooking and making that meal. Or maybe you really love to spend your mornings slow. Maybe you like to take things slow to be able to really feel like you're not rushing to get out of bed and feel like you can have time to really enjoy your skincare routine and really enjoy your personal studies, your personal religious studies in the morning, or your personal time to read an inspirational book. You know, whatever it is that you love with your day, what you would ideally have your day be, then focus on that, write that out and see what it is. And I think a big thing too is, would you rather have a job where you are constantly, where you're working with people, where you're interacting with people and helping them, engaging with them throughout the day, all day, every day? Or would you rather have a job where you're just at your home, working on your computer and taking care of your home? You know, what type of job would you want? Where would you want to be with your job? And think about everything in between. Think about what you would want for your breakfasts. Think about what you would want for time with your spouse, time with your friends. Think about what you would want for self-care time, personal time. Think about what you would want for your dinners every night. Would you rather have a nanny coming and making your dinners, or would you rather be the one spending time to make the dinners? You know, like there's so many different details within it that you can really, really dive in and discover what your ideal day would be or ideal week would be. You know, maybe look at each day and say, this is what my ideal Sunday would be. This is what my ideal Monday would be, you know, and really figure it out. What do I love about my day? What would I love my ideal day to look like? And I think that's a really, really good way to learn about yourself, is to learn about your ideal routine, your ideal day. The fourth one, number 4, is to learn your love language. I believe our love languages are so much more than just for building a healthy relationship with your spouse. I think learning your love language can really help you learn about yourself as well. knowing how you feel loved and how you like to express love, which is your love language, right, is a really big way to know who you are, because how you feel loved and how you share your love is a big part of who you are. So it's really important to take time, read the love language book, take the love language quizzes, do whatever you want, but really dive in to see if you are physical touch, receiving gifts, quality time, acts of service, or words of affirmation. Figure out what is your biggest way of feeling loved and of expressing love. And then learn all the others too. Learn what your least biggest one is and learn all the others in between, because that is a huge way to learn about yourself. And it really shows you a lot. I think it's so important to know that, because then as you go on this process of further trying to build a healthy relationship with yourself, a big way to do that is to know your love language and to do your love language to yourself, to take the time to give yourself some self-care through your love language. For me, my love language, my biggest one, is quality time. So I love spending time with people. I love sitting and having a conversation with someone and listening to them and telling them about myself and getting to know them better. Like, I genuinely love good conversations with people because quality time is my love language, you know? I love taking time to just be with people, and wherever I go, if I have someone with me, I just enjoy it more. You know what I mean? And so learning this about myself, learning that I am a quality time person, which makes so much sense, but learning it helps me to see that I need time with friends. I need that time to go be social and to sit and talk with people. I need that time to spend with Sam when we have our date nights. Is really important for me because it's quality time spent together. And I love camping so much, right? I've talked about that a lot because I love just being out in nature with my family. We spend so much time together playing games, talking, eating food, making food, serving each other. Like, we spend so much time together because we're out in nature where we don't have distractions of the world and we're enjoying that time together. So I love it because, of course, I feel my love language and can express my love language so strong out there. So yeah, learn your love language is a really big way to learn about yourself. My fifth one and the last one is to ask your loved ones. Ask them about yourself. Now, this can be kind of scary. It can be a little stressful, intimidating, but it's really helpful in learning about yourself and building a healthier relationship with yourself. I think a huge way to learn about yourself is to ask the people around you, ask the people you spend your time with that you look up to, that you care for. Ask your spouse, your parents, your siblings, your friends, other people in your life that are close to you and know you. Ask them questions about yourself. Ask them what they admire about you. Ask them what's something fun about you. Ask them why they like to be around you. Ask them maybe even one or two questions that are a little less positive, but like, what can I do to improve in a specific area in my life? Or what's a specific area I can improve? There's so many things you could ask them, and maybe just make a list of 5 questions and just say, hey, would you mind answering these questions for me? Because I'm trying to learn about myself more. And ask them the questions. Maybe have one question that's like, what can I work on? And the other questions is positive ones of, what do you see in me? What do you care? What do you love about me? You know? And that really is a good way to learn about yourself, because people watch people. We watch each other, we observe each other, and we learn from each other. And it's a really good way to learn about yourself, to see things about yourself that other people see, to realize things about yourself that you may not have thought about or even known, because they see you from the outside perspective, so they see you differently than you see yourself. So these are all 5 things I think are great ways to learn about yourself better. I believe it is so important to learn about yourself, to take the time to really learn who you are and what makes you unique, what makes you awesome, because you are unique, you are awesome, and you deserve to know why. So build that relationship with yourself, work on building a healthier, better, more positive relationship with yourself by learning about yourself. That's a beautiful place to start. With all that being said, I've really enjoyed my personal journey so far of learning about myself and of building a stronger relationship with myself, becoming healthier all around, and improving myself as well. That's a big thing for me, is I'm just really trying to grow, become the best version of myself that I can be. And so if you desire to improve your relationship with yourself, become the best version of yourself, really become the happiest version of yourself, start with learning about yourself. Start with taking time for yourself to learn about who you are. I hope this video helps you. I hope you take the challenge and the journey. I hope you go for it and learn about yourself. If you do, please share with me, because I really do want to know. I want to know how it helps you, and I want to know how you see yourself better after it. And I really do want to see how things help people. Like, I'm doing it too, and I would love to share with each other, you and I go back and forth and share with one another about how this journey helps us and how we've come to know ourselves more through these different things. So please do share with me. Please reach out to me, whether you want to message me on Instagram or on here, whatever. My Instagram is @KylieNorlander. I will definitely be sharing more as I continue this journey, because really I want to grow as an individual, and I want to help other people have that desire to grow themselves. And so that's what I'm doing here. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you. Please share in the comments if you have any other things that you find helps you learn more about yourself that could also help us and help me and the rest of us. And with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you take time to learn about yourself better and to build a better relationship with yourself. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day.